Tell me how to be closer to you. Tell me how, and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel what I do about you. So just tell me how.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you picked today's cleaning motivation to get you guys up and motivated. Today's video is jam-packed full of cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. And we are going to jump right into it with getting onto the laundry. That was priority number one today because this basket was nearly full, and it's a huge basket. So when it is almost full, that is a lot of laundry to get through. So today is also the boys' last day of school before winter break, which is awesome. But along with you guys needing some motivation, I definitely need it also because I know we are going to have 2 weeks of it being a lot harder to get stuff done around the house. Not just because they'll be home on winter break, but also just everything with the holidays all coming together. It's just going to be insane. I am super excited though. Next week, I am doing a fun project on our front door. It came at a whim this week. Like I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw something, and you guys know me. If I get an idea in my head, I just have to do it. So yeah, that happened this week, and you are going to see the process of it in next week's videos. So yeah, but that means I have a lot to do today. A lot to do while the boys are at school, and I have still a couple hours of getting stuff done. They're very excited. I know today is just like jam-packed of fun stuff in their class. I know Bjorn is doing, well, of course, they got like dress-up days, and then they're doing breakfast in their classroom. And he mentioned something, early release. So normally our school does early release on Wednesdays. I think that's fairly normal around the country because I know the boys had that when we lived in Wisconsin also. But for this week, they did not do early release on Wednesday, and they're doing it today. So the kids are all excited. They get their early release on the last day of school before winter break and all the things. So they are super stoked to be able to get home and just enjoy the rest of the holiday season.
Because we wanna, yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention.
Also, I wanted to give big thanks to everyone that reached out about Bjorn on Tuesday. I know I talked about him having some rough time breathing this week, but with his asthma and everything, like it was just a big deal with school. He luckily was able to go to school Wednesday, Thursday, and today, Friday. I just am very, very appreciative to all of you guys because I'm sure a lot of you guys know, like, it can feel very lonely sometimes as a parent. And that was definitely a day that it felt really lonely. Like, it felt like everyone at the school didn't understand what it was like, and I felt very alone. So having you guys that either have kids with asthma or asthma yourself reaching out, being like, I get it. It's frustrating. You got this. Like, it was amazing, and it felt really, really good. So he still is having tighter breathing going on, but he is feeling a lot better. I have really always focused on my kids, like, when it comes to their health, not babying them on it. And I mean that of I want them to learn how to manage it on their own. I grew up with a seizure disorder, and one of the great things about that is my mom really taught me how to manage my body. and listen to the way I was feeling, which was really, really important as I got older. So I do that with my kids as well. So anything that has to do with Bjorn's allergies, I know my uncle has a son with a peanut allergy, who's a little bit older than Bjorn. And then Bjorn obviously has a peanut allergy. And the way we parent was so different because I was always the type where I'm like teaching him the things that have peanuts in it. Not telling people don't bring anything with peanuts, except when he was really, really little and didn't know. But teaching him like, okay, this is this, this is this. You can't have this. This is why. That way I never had to be worried when he was out in public or at school and someone brought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like he knew, he understood, he was going to be safe because he was well educated on it. And I do the same thing with his asthma, teaching him, okay, you're having a hard time breathing. Let's cut back on dairy. Let's cut back on anything sugary, and lots of water and things like that. And teaching him how to listen to his body, but also manage his body as much as possible. I don't even know where I was going with that. You guys are used to it by now that I just sometimes go on rants. And if you're new here and you're not used to it, I just sometimes go on rants. But I wanted to get behind this little entryway table in our bedroom cleaned up. I haven't moved it in a couple months now. And as you could see, it definitely needed to get cleaned. So I just moved out of the way, did just my vacuum mop on the floor, and then my Swiffer duster right here on the little edge. I like to break up deep cleaning. So this is a project that maybe some people only do like once a year when they deep clean their bedroom or something. I would much rather every couple of weeks or months move this, and then maybe a different day do the windows, and then a different day move the bed, then have it all pushed together in one. So that's why I always have a little bit of deep cleaning to do in pretty much every single video, every single week, because man, it is so much easier when you just break it down into more manageable sections compared to trying to do everything all at once. I always preach progress over perfection, and I say this all the time because I feel like for most people, that is something that is really, really important, is to know it's progress over perfection. You don't have to get it all done at once. You don't have to be like super mama who is making dinner and breakfast and lunch and cleaning all day and helping the kids with homework. Like, just focus on the little things and focus on the progress. Don't focus on making everything is perfect, because you lose so much in that time when you are worrying about perfection. And life is about enjoying, and your family deserves a mom that is not only healthy physically, but also mentally. So don't stress yourself out.
Let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you, there is no tomorrow.
So one of my favorite things about this mop vacuum is, you guys know we have a new puppy, Minnie. She is doing great, and for the most part, she's doing really well at potty training, but she's still a puppy. So accidents happen. But more than Minnie, it is Drake. He is our elder puppy. I call him a puppy. He is an old man. He is just turned 14 years old, which for his breed is very old. This makes life so much easier if you have animals that have accidents. And I feel like for some people that may be like, ooh, gross. But like, if you are a animal mama, you understand like that's just kind of life. Man, I feel like if you're a mom in general, that's life. Like, I am always cleaning up someone's poop or pee in this house. Like, if it's children in their bathrooms or animals, like, that is just like a normal chore. I guess it just doesn't affect me anymore or gross me out anymore, because I have been doing it for now 14 years, yeah, because Drake is 14. I have always been cleaning up after someone's accidents. But like I was saying, that mop vacuum makes it so much easier because it just quickly cleans it all up. It comes apart really easy, so I can easily sanitize it in the sink and everything. I know. Makes my life so much easier. I used to get way more frustrated about the dogs peeing in the house, even if it was an accident, just for the pure fact of having to get the mop out, get all the sanitizing stuff. Like, there was a much bigger process to it, where now it's like, I just grab that, quickly clean over it, and I am good to go. But yeah, that is one of my favorite things. I'm moving into the kitchen though. I had to unload the dishwasher like always. I feel like there is always the dishwasher running and dishes in my sink at all times. With kids, I feel like there's like no way to handle it. We try and run the dishwasher every single night. There are some nights that, and I hate when this happens, there are some nights where I put the soap in and I forget to press the start button, and I wake up the next day and I'm like kicking myself because there's still dirty dishes in the dishwasher and in the sink. But yeah, there is always dishes to get done. I feel like everything is just, when it comes to the kitchen, is never complete. But if I do it right away in the morning, I always feel a lot better because the boys are at school. So pretty much the only dishes then that I am worrying about is Freya's, which is never too crazy.
I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no one other. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you, there is no tomorrow.
So I bought this slicer a couple months back now, and it has come in so handy. I actually bought it because we've been buying meat at Restaurant Depot, and the only way I could get the bacon we like, which is having none of the added sugars and stuff like that, just basic cured bacon, not brown sugar bacon, not maple syrup bacon, not a million pounds of sugar bacon. It wasn't sliced. So I found this one on Amazon, and now I can't remember how much it was, but it was not that expensive. I believe it was under $100. And we use it all the time. And on top of us using it, my parents also use it all the time because my dad's gotten to where he picks up turkey or ham or stuff in like the full slabs, and then freshly slices it for the coffee shop, since they do like lunch paninis and stuff like that. So definitely has been a good investment and gets used and works really well. And it's not too hard to clean out, but I just wanted to get this all cleaned up. What did I use it the day before? I was making steak sandwiches. So I wanted to use this to make sure my steak was like super thinly sliced to go on the sandwiches. Worked out great. It was absolutely awesome.
Without you, there is no tomorrow. We could be in for the best ride. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you, there is no tomorrow.
So do you guys have anything fun planned for this weekend? I know our plan is to go to the boat parade this weekend. That is tomorrow night. And we wanted to do it last year, and I just completely forgot. I am the best at forgetting Not that I want to do something, but that like what day it is. So we would like to do that tomorrow night. I told Bobby, I'm like, don't let us forget like last year where the day came and went, and then I was like, dang it, we missed it. I really wanted to do that. But so far, I think that is all. Oh, I also want to still make it to the track. The Daytona racetrack. I know they have a big light show, so I would like to make it there also. Those are like the two big things I'd like to do with the kids. But otherwise, knowing the boys, they just want to be home and relax and not do anything other than play their games, play with their animals, and relax. So nothing too crazy. We have decided that Christmas Eve we are doing brunch at our house, just with my parents, and then Christmas Day we are at my aunt and uncle's. So a lot going on, but I definitely know it could be way more hectic than it is.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time.
When it comes to my all-purpose cleaner, I have these glass bottles. They're just from Grove Collaborative, but nowadays you can get them absolutely anywhere. But I use Thieves Cleaner and Pine Sol. Thieves Cleaner I get through Young Living, but Pine Sol you can get literally anywhere. So those are my two favorite go-tos, is getting them. And I just like having the glass cleaner or glass bottles for multiple reasons. One, usually the branded containers that products come in are bright and fancy to catch your attention, make you want them to buy them, and like they're meant to be eye-catching. That way you want to buy their product over something else. But when it comes to sitting on my counter in my house and something like my multi-purpose spray, I leave out all the time because my counters are being wiped down all the time. So I like to put those into the glass bottles. That way they're more discreet. I also do that now with my Dawn Power Wash. I also now make my own Dawn Power Wash, so that is part of the reason. I had one of you guys reach out and give me your like DIY recipe for it. It's amazing and works so much better. Not better, but like it's cheaper and it looks really nice to have it in the little misty bottle compared to the bright blue Dawn Power Wash fancy bottle that it came in before. I have had a lot of people ask me about it, and nowadays I really just eyeball it. I do about a tablespoon of the Blue Dawn, about 2/3 of the cup in water, and then the rest in the rubbing alcohol. That's kind of how I just eyeball it. But I'm moving on to my pantry. I try and keep up with my pantry and my refrigerator on a regular basis. As you can see, we don't have a huge pantry. We actually, when we bought this house, didn't have a pantry at all. So we built this pantry, which is fine. It works really well for us. I don't like buying a crazy amount of food in the first place. One, who can afford it nowadays? But two, I feel like less things go to waste when I don't buy as much. When I can see everything that we have, I feel like I'm just wasting so much less, but also just who can afford it. I was actually talking to my mom the other day about this, and she was talking about how they were saying how groceries have gone up 30% in the last year. I'm like, oh, yep, I believe it. But I was telling her how in our house, it's gone up like 50+%, 50-60% grocery bill every single month. Because we have growing kids. Like my boys, it's insane how much they eat now compared to last year, 2 years ago. So between inflation and growing kids, I just know there is a lot of us out here that are like really trying to refinance our finances because what we could afford last year compared to this year has really changed because inflation. So just know you are not alone if you have growing boys, and with the cost of food nowadays, you are trying to figure everything out. You are not alone. I'm doing the exact same thing. So we got this, but it is a little stressful. But I do recommend if you buy less, it does seem to help. Because like I said, it just allows me to make sure what we have is getting eaten, nothing's getting wasted. And I'm only buying the stuff that I know people are really going to enjoy and eat. So I also have gotten like way more, I don't want to say adventurous, but like I kind of mess with dinner a little bit because if I'm don't need to go to the grocery store and I can just eat what we have in the house, I try and do that as much as possible so things don't go to waste. So like yesterday, I went way back and decided I was going to make tater tot casserole. Cannot tell you the last time I made tater tot casserole. It was my dad's like go-to on nights that he was home and had to cook dinner. It was either tater tot casserole, mac and cheese with hot dogs, or frozen pizza. Those were like his go-to meals if mom was out of the house. But so I had all the stuff. I was like, you know what? I have not done this in a long time, but I have the stuff. So let's do this. And man, my kids absolutely loved it. I have not had tater tot casserole since I was a child. And it definitely has to go back on the rotation because my kids devoured it. I made a 9x13 and we didn't have any leftovers, which is crazy. And I know we are a family of 5, so if the kids like something, it is gone. But normally when I make a 9x13, that is at least dinner one night and lunch the next day. Nope, not the tater tot casserole. It was absolutely gone. Oh, sorry. On to the fridge. I've been in here for a while, actually taking everything out. I wanted to do a really good disinfect on the fridge, especially we are in flu and cold season. So I try and stay on top of keeping things disinfected. So I'm taking everything out and we are doing a water and bleach solution that I will be wiping everything down with it. Not too much. I think it's like, I don't know, it's a couple tablespoons. It's nothing too crazy. A little bit of dish soap and hot water. That is literally it. And I just go through and wipe everything down, the walls, the floor, all the containers. The nice thing is if you stay on top of things like this, is it's never too bad. Like I had some spills in here that I had to clean up. Is normal, but none of it was like crazy, had to scrub it, had to let it soak. It was really just a quick little 5-minute cleaning. Yeah, I know a lot of people wonder if I put the dishes or the stuff on the counter when I do stuff like this. And I do because it doesn't take me that long to clean out the fridge. So I just put everything in the counter, clean it real quick, and then reload the whole thing.
I should be leaving. Hear what I say without even speaking. My compass is off, why did I choose you? I'm just too lost, I need to cut loose. I keep it in my head, I keep it locked away. My friends think that this is over. Guess it's the price I pay. Played with the enemy, now I got you on my shoulders. Let go and let me love, let me let go and let me love. Let me let go and let me love, let me let go and let me love again. Let go and let me love, let me let go.
So this door, not that hard to clean. However, when I go to the other side, I love this door because I love when I need to just get like the everyday stuff out that I'm grabbing all the time. I'm not opening up the entire fridge to get it out. So this is one of those 2-sided skinny doors. But man, getting the shelves out of this one is always such a pain. I tried cleaning out on the inside. And with some of them, that was fine. I was able to just wipe it down, not too much in there. The other ones I were not, but man, it's always just a struggle to not only get it out, but also to like put it back in. They are always in here very tight. This one I know something sticky had gotten out of one of the containers. So there was no way I was just going to be able to just wipe. I kept trying. I really want to just be able to wipe it down, but my rag kept sticking to it. So I did finally give up and actually bring it to the sink so that I could wash it with the rest of the stuff. So, but it looks easier to get it on and off here, but getting like these back in, I don't know, they don't slide in as nicely as the other parts of the doors. Plus, it's making sure you have the right ones because these are perfectly contoured to fit with this door. So yeah, this door is definitely a lot harder than the regular door on the other side where they just perfectly like slide in, fit nicely. And there's no like puzzle on that side. It's pretty much these are where they go. End of story.
But no money, but there ain't nobody stopping us. We got bills, but no dollars. But now we don't really give up. No, we don't really give up. Living for the ray of light. Life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful.
Actually, think about it while cleaning out this fridge. I'm going to have to get some extra cider and eggnog. My kids love that stuff, and it's very yearly specific. So I'm going to have to get a couple extras coming up here soon. That way the kids can have it a little bit past the holiday season. I don't like them to have it too much past because I know like I can figure out how to make eggnog and cider and stuff like that, but it's special because of the holiday season. So I don't like making it other times of the year, but I do like to get a little bit extra. That way they just have it. I did the quick before and after here because I figured you didn't want to see me completely reload it. I had a delivery order coming soon, and that is my favorite time to do it because my fridge is very empty, so you get it clean to refill it. But onto the family room, it was just a little bit of everything here. Definitely a mess. Minnie is insane. She has gotten past her shy puppy phase and is absolutely crazy. It's funny because we bought her all these like tiny puppy toys because I'm like, dang it, all we have are big dog toys. She would much rather play with the big dog toys rather than the small dog toys. Drake has also been so good with her. He always has been. Like when it comes to kids or puppies or anything, Drake is so good because the other morning, I think it was like 5:30 in the morning, Minnie had gotten up, so I let her outside, did all the things. We come back inside and she wanted to play. So she jumped off the bed and was right in Drake's face, like trying to nip at his nose and bark in his face. And he just did like a little flick of his nose, flipped her over onto her back and grabbed her and just like did that little growl of, you need to calm down. It sounds aggressive, but if you have dogs, you understand, like, he wasn't being aggressive. He didn't bite. He just grabbed, being such a good dog. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks again for everyone sending all your holiday photos. I have 2 more videos coming up that I will be sharing everyone's Christmas photos in. So if you still want to get yours in to be shown at the end of my video, make sure you send that over sooner than later. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.